Hey guys, what's going on? So today, or the next few days, we're going to be working on this Tobi Mask from Naruto. I will put a link to where I got this on Thingiverse in the description, but let's go ahead and look at it. So if you put the whole piece in Kira, I have a Ender 3 version 2. Obviously it is too big. So in Mesh Mixer, I went ahead and sliced it in half, which you can see right here. So this is the what I believe is the bottom half. So one thing I did was I put support blockers on the top because you really don't need it on this overhang area. You also don't need supports really in any of the grooves for the design of the mask. I only have it um, right here for the eye. I am printing it on a raft. The only thing is I did increase the speed to 55. I usually print at 50. Other than that, all my settings are pretty basic to what works or what I found works for my printer. So if you see these white lines here in the preview, those will actually show up on the print. So if you see that, what you need to do is delete it and reload it into Kira and reslice it. But because I've had this happen before with other projects, it's not that hard to sand and fix, so I'm not too worried about it. Now for the bottom half, same thing. I did a support blocker to block out all of the supports on the inside where it curves, and the only support is where the eye is. Same settings. The only thing I did was I'm printing it at 55, and I'm using a raft. I am using PLA for this. So this is how it looks in Kira. I have it sliced up, loaded on my SD card, so we'll put it in the printer, start printing, and should be done in about 20 hours. So one piece takes 8 hours and 41 minutes. The other one takes 12 hours. And then you calculate about 20 minutes, 20 minutes of making the raft. So stay tuned and we'll see how this turns out.
Alright, so we got the mask printed. I printed it in two separate pieces, glued it together with some Loctite super glue, used the soldering gun on the inside, just a couple of X's to kind of weld the plastic together. I don't know if you can really see it in there. So the only thing left to do is to sand it, get it smooth. You can see these little areas I talked about in Kira. You can see it in it when I sliced it in the software, but it's very easy to sand out, and since I'm going to put a little filler in certain areas, it's not really going to matter. Once we get it sanded, painted, I'll do straps and foam on the inside so it fits a little better. So we'll see how it looks after it gets sanded and some primer on it. Alright, so we got the primer on the mask. You can see I'm going to have to get some filler and fill in the line where it's glued together. But other than that, it looks pretty good. So we'll let this dry, and then we'll get the filler on it, and then get the orange on there. So it'll probably take a little bit for this to dry, and then we'll start working on the filler. Alright, so we got the first layer of orange going on. I only did a little to make sure we didn't have any paint issues, any cracking or anything. So this is the orange I'm using. If you live in the US, obviously you will not have this option, but it is the paint they sell here in Japan. So we'll hit it with a few more coats of orange, and then we'll see how it looks. Alright, so we got a few layers on. We'll probably put one more layer on it, call it good, and then start doing the black acrylic. All right, so we'll let that dry for a while and then we'll hit it with the acrylic. All right, so we got the orange on here, looks pretty good. Small issues, but overall not bad. So I use this black acrylic paint and a fairly fine, not really fine brush, but somewhat of a fine brush to hopefully get in the lines. So we'll see how this works out. All right, I don't have the steadiest of hands, so we can see. All right, so one little black line done. Trying to stay within the camera here so you can see, but it's turning out to be a little more challenging. All right, so I'll continue on with this long, drawn-out process, and I'll show you the finished product when we're done. All right, so we got the black lines painted on. Not the prettiest, but it works. Once I painted it, I hit it with a matte clear coat. There's already kind of a small chip. So I took some Velcro straps, strapped it to it so you can actually wear it. Put some foam on the inside so it doesn't smush against your face. So overall, it was pretty good. The only thing I would recommend is if you're printing this for yourself for maybe a cosplay, I would measure the length of your head and scale this to that, and also how narrow, and maybe heat it with a heat gun and give it a slight curve so it kind of forms to your face better. I'll put a picture down here in the corner of it on, and you can see the difference, you know, how kind of round this looks. I didn't really print this to wear, it was just more of a print to do. So this is how it turned out. Pretty good. I think I'm gonna do a Ichigo mask from Bleach next. If you're interested in seeing that, look at future videos, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Also, if you've seen my Mandalorian helmet build along with my gauntlet build, I'll be doing my armor build here soon. So thanks for watching. If you build this mask, comment and let me know how it went for you. All right, take care.